Hi, I'm Jason Hutchins. I am production director for Unleashed, and right now we're such a small team, so I am my own production assistant and just kind of doing everything. Production for video games is, we use the term producer in lieu of project manager. And a lot of times, a lot of companies that do this, because producers typically work with all of the various disciplines in game making, right? So you've got artists, you've got designers, you've got engineers, marketing people, you've got all of that. My bread and butter is I build teams and I build game systems. That's what I like to do. And that's what I've done the most of. Production is kind of the glue to make sure the communication happens and keep everybody moving and everybody talking.
So like meeting deadlines, getting all the assets in from every team and so on, that kind of thing?
Yeah. And a lot of time, we take the information we have to create our own deadlines. And we're not just enforcing deadlines that somebody else makes, we usually make them as well, in conjunction with our other team leadership. So we'll work with all the engineering leads to figure out kind of how long things are going to take, or how long we think things are going to take, and go from there.
What are your most important values? Like as a producer, like what do you really want to make happen here?
That's an excellent question. The biggest thing about production that I've learned and I like to apply with my teams is that really it's people over process. So there's a lot of ways to produce a video game, and different teams and even different part of the teams need different processes. It's easy to say, we're going to run a very specific, like by the book, Scrum, Agile process. Sometimes you don't need that. If you've got a team that is already cranking out assets, knows the deadline, understands where the fun is, doesn't have to do a lot of iteration, really is already very mature, you have a process for that would just work. We all lean pretty heavily into Agile thinking and Agile methodology, and that's what we're going to be applying for Haven, because there's going to be a lot of things where we're either breaking new ground or breaking the same ground that we've already trod a number of times, but we are going to want to be able to iterate on that, and just Agile methodology helps us do that.
What are you excited about? This is a brand new project.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Two things I'm super excited about. One is that everybody's very good at what they do, like very good. Working with a team of people that have both worked together and are very good at what they do and excited about it, that's where the magic happens. This team knows how to make games that feel good, and we have learned a lot about what makes a community, and that's a huge a huge differentiator for Haven as opposed to other games that we've worked on.
A lot of the people that I've spoken to have been like, this is something that the world needs, like that we can maybe even change the world with this game dynamic, or like helping socialize people, or maybe building healthier social habits and stuff. Is this something that's important to you, being part of this team or being part of this project for that?
It absolutely is. And when you say it like that, it almost seems like a laughably lofty goal. At the end of the day, it's a game, right? And games help people who can't physically go do things, right? Or are going through a super hard time. And this can kind of help keep them engaged and alive. We actually hope to do more than that by not just providing an entertaining game, but providing a mechanism for people to make new friends, which people aren't doing when they're not getting out of the house. Because people aren't getting out of the house. Some because they can't, some because they won't. Some people are still scared of COVID, right, and staying home. All of that has led to this kind of epidemic of loneliness, right? And we're hoping that we can help in some way. A lot of the games that you see being made these days are very single-player oriented. Even the ones that are multiplayer don't necessarily value or encourage teamwork. Even the ones where teamwork is required, right? It doesn't come naturally. There is some method of the game forcing people together, either because it's being match made in advance before you even join the game. There are games that make it very easy for you and I to pre-plan that we're going to play together. And that's great. We'll support that as well, but we want to have people that are logging in to play a game, and I run into you by accident. And it's a happy accident. That's what we want. In Haven, we want players to forge friendships in order to save the world. And when I say that, I don't just mean save the world in Haven. I mean, save the world.